Hi everyone, welcome to For the Love of Dogs. I'm Arthur Benjamin alongside Farrah White, and we have another great show for you.
We're going to talk to Bonnie Hill about a very special project close to her heart. Bonnie hopes to control the pet population with her new network.
And later in this show, there's a great reunion between a dog and his owner who were in the middle of the Granbury, Texas tornado a few weeks ago. But first, more on this spay-neuter network based in Kaufman County.
Bonnie Hill is the president of the Spay-Neuter Network and here to tell us about it and about her mission. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, how are you?
Glad you're here.
Hi, Bonnie, welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks, it's great to be back.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing and what's going on now.
Well, our organization actually used to be called the Kaufman County Animal Awareness Project, and we actually changed our name in March of this year, and we just really felt the name actually fit us so much better because we have a huge network of services and spay-neuter services that we offer throughout Northeast Texas. And we're doing different things like mobile clinics. We're purchasing a mobile clinic in June so that we'll be able to actually go into neighborhoods and sterilize animals kind of block by block versus expecting people to come to us, which has been a huge barrier for a lot of people that we're servicing now. So we also do what we call mobile animal spay hospitals, where we take our surgery center out and set up at different community churches or community centers and churches throughout Northeast Texas. And then we also have our standalone clinic that's still located in Crandall.
Nice. I like that idea.
Who's this here with you?
This is Lily. Lily is actually my technical manager's dog. She came into the clinic for actually a sterilization surgery from some people over in Canton, and she was emaciated when she came in and very thin, so we'd asked the owners if we could keep her and get her weight back up for about a month and then sterilize her, and we fell in love, and they said that they really didn't care if we kept her, so Jennifer has kept her, and now she's kind of the clinic dog. She's a little spoiled.
She's a clinician.
Yes.
She's there.
She definitely makes her rounds every day.
And doesn't she have her own chair or something?
She does. She stays in Jennifer's office all day. I'd say actually she's really a cat because she really sleeps 20 hours a day and she's only up for about 4 hours a day. She's very lazy.
Well, thanks for getting up for us, Lily.
Yes, Lily, thank you. Look, she's looking at that
Thank
camera.
you,
She
sweetheart.
knows. She's like the camera.
I'm on TV.
Ready
Leave
for my
me alone.
close-up.
Yes,
Close-up,
she was
please.
actually on TV last time I came too,
Yeah.
but she looks a little bit better now.
Look at her.
There's
She
her
looks
close-up.
beautiful.
And she knows it. Look
She's
at
a
that.
pretty girl
Yes,
on
she does.
camera. So how long has the network been around?
Well, we've actually been in existence for 7 years. We've just really kind of changed. We're not really changing our mission. We're actually going to be focusing more on our mission and what it was originally set up to do. One of the things that we see a lot of with high-volume spay-neuter clinics is we all start off with this great idea that we're going to help all of these people who would never have been helped before. And what ends up happening is you end up getting into the day-to-day business of having to keep so many animals in the clinic to make the clinic pay for itself. I mean, it is a volume business, so you need to have so many animals in the building. And what we've done is we've kind of strayed from going to those people who really need help and just doing Facebook advertising and website advertising, and we're really not then bringing in the people who truly need help. We're really kind of targeting the lower hanging fruit is what we call it, and people who haven't sterilized yet but know what sterilization is, know why they should be sterilizing, but just haven't got around to it yet. And so really in January, our board sat down and we said, you know, we really need to be helping people that don't even know what sterilization means, don't even know that the option's out there. And we need to be going door to door and knocking on people's doors and telling them about what we offer, because so many of these people don't have access to computers, they don't watch TV, they don't go to Facebook. The majority of these people live well below poverty level. About $10,000 to $12,000 a year is what most of these people that we're servicing now have. So it makes our life more difficult because, of course, you have to seek a lot more funding because you're doing all these services for free. However, just from the time that we've been doing this in January, the types of animals that we're seeing and the people that we see that are coming in, we know that we're now actually doing our mission, which is helping people who who normally wouldn't have it done. So even though it's more difficult and it takes a lot more manpower and a lot more volunteers, we're really making the difference in the lives of the animals who normally wouldn't do it.
So you literally will just go, and I'm guessing in a mobile unit, and then go set up in a neighborhood?
Well, right now what we're doing, our mobile clinic doesn't get here till June 19th. So we start that actually in January. So we will be going neighborhood to neighborhood. Right now what we're doing is we're doing some special events where we go into specific neighborhoods that we know that there's a very low income people who are living, who have animals. All these people have animals. And so many of us want to go, well, if they can't afford an animal, they shouldn't have one. And it's just not true. I mean, everybody deserves the love of an animal. And, but those animals also deserve to have good health care. So what we're trying to do is go into these neighborhoods and offer free vaccinations and free flea prevention and flea sterilizations. But it's really building a relationship with that community, not just going in and then leaving, but actually going door to door, getting to know these people, find out what are the kind of services that they could use. Because a lot of these neighborhoods, they're people who don't even have access to human services. They don't even know it's out there. So we try to really spend some time getting to know them and staying in the communities with them.
How many animals do you think you've helped?
Well, I mean, since we've been in existence, we've sterilized over almost 100,000 animals since we've been in existence.
That's a lot.
So,
That's a lot.
but we
How
did
many
it
years is that?
7 years.
So
That's amazing.
what is the process for someone that would want to get their animal spayed?
Well, I mean, if you're someone who already knows about sterilization and just wants to have it done, and they just call our clinic. It's 972-472-3500 to schedule an appointment. We have different transport locations throughout Northeast Texas. We go all the way to Tyler, south to Waxahachie, all the way over to Fort Worth. But really, what we're doing right now is the people who want to have their animals sterilized, they're learning from it, from us going out and doing events and knocking on their doors and telling them about what we have to offer.
Let's give them that phone number again.
It's 972-472-3500.
972-472-3500.
Yes, sir.
And do you rely on donations, or how do you?
We do. We actually have two really great needs right now. One of them is volunteering. We have what we call now a space squad that goes out into these neighborhoods and knocks on the doors and tells people about the different services and when we're going to be coming for the free vaccinations. We need lots of help in that area. It's very expensive to hire staff to do that, but it has to be volunteers who are really consistent because we want these people to get to know these volunteers. And the other thing is, since we are servicing a large population of people who can't afford to pay anything, not even our regular low cost, this year we'll have to raise a little over $850,000 to service those people, because 50% of the people that we want to see this year are going to be in that income level of making $10,000 to $12,000 a year.
And how many spaces would that be this year?
That would be about 10,000 surgeries this year for people who fall within that income level.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an exciting project.
It is
though.
very exciting.
It's very rewarding to actually be doing what we set out to do originally and lost our way to. So we had a gentleman that came in this week who had 5 dogs. And it's just the things that we're learning that just come easy to us because we live this every day and we think everybody knows that animals can be fixed and animals should be vaccinated. And he came in this week with 5 dogs because he had received a ticket from the city of Dallas because he didn't have his animals sterilized, but mostly because he had them chained in his backyard. And he said, well, I chain them because I have boys and girls, and the only way to make them not get pregnant is to keep them separated. So when we talked to him about sterilization, he had no idea that animals could even be sterilized. And so to help someone like that, who can then tell his neighbor who doesn't know that, is very, very rewarding.
Absolutely it is. And that's so funny to think, yeah, you're right, what we take for granted.
Yep. I mean, we just think everybody thinks the way we do. And they've just grown up in a community. It's the same generation after generation that lives in those communities, and they treat their animals the same way generationally. It's what they've learned.
No, it's true. It's true. And you always, I'm always surprised when I'm out somewhere a little more rural, how kind of different that life is for those animals than it is here in the city.
Right.
But if you want to learn more about the Spay Neuter Network or about the mobile clinic coming to Dallas in June, go to spayneuternet.org.
And when we come back, an update on one of our favorite guests. Stay with us.
My name is Teresa. This is Scooter.
My name is Amber. This is Duke.
I'm Dr. Dixon, and this is Annie.
I'm Emily. This is Jackson.
I'm Kelsey, and this is Skittles.
My name is Miko. This is Chloe.
My name is Ty. This is Callie.
My name is Tamar. This is Simon.
My name is Renee. This is Snowball.
My name is Dr. Miller. This is Fletcher.
My name is Eric. This is Sport.
My name is Stacy, and this is Britches.
And I'm a pet lover first.
And I'm a pet lover first.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Welcome back to For the Love of Dogs. We've asked Bonnie to stick around because she is connected to one of our favorite interviews.
Connie Tracy and her son Darren stopped by as part of America's Best Tales series. Before we find out how they're doing, here's a look at their interview. The Tracy family was facing hard times with their son Darren's drug addiction, and they were desperate to help him. And one program they looked into used dog therapy.
And that is how Maggie Pie was first introduced to the Tracy family, and now Maggie is a true member of the family. Connie and Darren with the Kaufman Animal Awareness Program are here to tell us about Maggie's story. But actually, I want to hear more. I want to hear how all of this began. So Darren, so you had some things going on.
I did. I had some drug issues that I was dealing with, and I had some anger issues that I was dealing with, and my parents talked me into going to treatment for it. And on the first day, I received Maggie Pie, and 114 days later, and a lot of training and a lot of quality time together, we got really, really close. It was really special.
That was actually part of the initial treatment.
Yes,
so
it was.
Therapy.
Basically, it helped you focus on something else, not just yourself. You know, having an animal that you need to constantly take care of, and then for them to constantly be there, it was very, very, very healing for me personally. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, would you recommend it?
I would definitely recommend it. I mean, I can't imagine anything else that would help you more.
You know, that's the core of what we're also doing with the soldiers coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yes, it is.
Post-traumatic stress, and it's a similar kind of program, but the dog becomes core to the training, to the rehabilitation program.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. It's a very soothing feeling when you're around an animal, especially one that you grow attached to, which you definitely do once you have them. I had her at 8 weeks. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, she was just a little pup, and I was with her every single day, every hour, basically every day, and it was very, very helpful for me. I've gotten over a lot of things, so.
Now, where did Maggie come from?
She came actually from Arkansas when we took Darren to drop him off at the treatment center. It was called it was a Christian treatment center in Arkansas, and we got her there. She came from a breeder. They work with breeders there. And so she came from a breeder that they breed, and it's strictly all labs. The program, you know, is all lab puppies. So, but that was one thing that when we asked him to go into treatment, we thought that we mentioned that it came with a dog, and at the time he was so rebellious. I think the only reason that he picked, you know, this treatment center was because it came with a dog, and we had never had any animals before. This is our very first animal, and we just really never wanted any animals in the home because of the work and the hair and the everything else. And once we got to know her when he got back from the treatment center, we just fell in love with her, and now we regret never having one.
Yeah.
So. But
now, had you tried any other treatments, or was this the first?
No, this was the first one, and it's worked.
How perfect is that?
It worked. Yeah, it worked perfect. I mean, she's brought me and my family closer together probably since I was like I don't know, a young teenager. We've been closer now than we ever have been. And I think that's mostly because of Maggie. We spend a lot of time walking her and time together. It gives us time to talk and grow as a family, and I think that's entirely because of her.
Yeah.
What other benefits do you think that you've gotten?
Well, I know I had a big benefit because I was kind of going through, obviously with a teenage boy that's having problems with addiction, I was really going through a real depressed time, and I had gained a lot of weight and just had lost my self-esteem, and I just really lost my focus on life. I was really depressed, and when we got her, he came home. He had to go to, he went back to school, back to college, and he was working a lot, so I took over walking her, taking care of her, and I lost 30 pounds and got my life back on track, and she just made me a lot happier person. I met a lot of new people because when you're walking your dog, you meet a lot of new people, so I met a lot of new friends, and so she's helped me tremendously in that way as well. Got me back to being healthy.
And how did you see Darren change?
How have I seen Darren change?
Since Magpie. Is it Maggie
well,
Pie?
Maggie Pie. He has changed. He's a lot more caring and loving. He seems to be a lot more open with my husband and I. And I think that she's just made him a warmer person. Even though he's always been a sensitive guy, very sensitive, I think that it's given him a little bit more sense of responsibility, that he did all the training, which he did a fantastic job on because she's a wonderful dog. And I think it's just opened him up a little bit to give him a little bit more of an eye-opening. I don't know if it was just all Maggie, and it was a treatment obviously too, but I think the responsibility of just having a pet and knowing that you had to take care of them and train them was a big...
Let me ask one question. Darren, how do you do when you go back to campus without Maggie?
We do okay. I'm usually over the house about 2 to 3 times a week, so I do spend a lot of time with her. I do come and visit, and she's always excited to see me. But with me having my own condo, and I do have a son, and I'm starting my own family, and I don't have the backyard for her, my parents do, and she really enjoys that. So it's just kind of a better place for her to be at my parents', but I still try to spend a lot of time with her. So it's still really nice. I feel like she's next to me all the time.
That's so great. Well, Maggie's here on behalf of the Kaufman County Animal Awareness Project. So go to spayneuter.org or call 972-472-3500 for more information. Now, Bonnie, you're Connie's sister.
Yes.
So that's how all of this came to be. So how do you feel? Do you feel that Maggie really helped them out?
Oh, yes. I mean, I think that really Maggie's made a huge difference in all of their lives. I mean, she's really has that common thread that brings the family together. Because when you're going through a conflict like that, it's very difficult for them to be open and talk and forgive. But this allows them to have something in common that has no negative connotations to it. It's an all positive thing in their lives together.
And how are they all doing today?
They're doing great. I mean, Darren has a son. His name is Braden. They just celebrated his 2nd birthday yesterday. And they are just doing a great job. He's raising him. And we're very, very proud of him for that. Darren's going back to school to get his degree so that he can actually have a decent income to take care of his son and have a home for him. And Connie's doing wonderfully. So we're very pleased. They're very happy.
Okay. Ready? Happy birthday, Braden!
Yeah. He is the cutest little boy ever, too.
Aww.
I mean, he looks exactly like Darren when he was little.
That is so sweet. Bonnie, thank you so much again for being here today, and thanks for doing all that you're doing. I can't wait to actually see this mobile unit.
Oh, yes. I cannot wait to show it off.
We're going to take another break, and when we come back, a great reunion story involving a dog and his owner in Granbury, Texas. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Sheryl Crow, and I'm a musician and a mother, and this is Buttercup. She's also a mother, but not by choice. She's a survivor of a puppy mill. Buttercup spent her life in a dirty wooden hutch, forced to produce litter after litter. She never went to a veterinarian or a groomer. She never had a soft spot to rest or a kind touch. She existed this way in cruel isolation year after year. Puppy mills are mass production factories where mother dogs suffer their entire lives, producing nearly 100% of puppies sold in pet stores and on the internet. When these dogs are no longer able to produce, they are often destroyed. Buttercup's nightmare ended the day Animal Rescue Corps saved her life. She finally knows what it means to have a loving family, but for the millions of dogs suffering in the estimated 15,000 puppy mills across the United States, this nightmare continues. Animal Rescue Corps and I ask you to visit your local shelter or rescue when choosing your next animal companion. You will not only be saving a life, you will be helping put an end to this cruel industry. Please go to animalrescuecorps.org to learn more about ending puppy mills. Buttercup and I thank you.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. Over the last few weeks, we have seen so many great stories of heroism after those tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma.
Here in Texas, a Granbury man's dog was ripped from his arms during the devastating tornado. He didn't know what had happened to him until a few days later. Here's more on this amazing reunion from CNN reporter Randy Kay.
When the winds picked up, Granbury resident Jerry Shuttlesworth knew he was in trouble.
And I was watching the tree start to buckle over. I said, oh God, no, please, God, don't let this happen. The wind got so strong. And at that point, I said, Junior, we're in trouble.
Junior is Jerry's 6-year-old pit bull, his baby. Jerry grabbed him and ran for cover in his mobile home's laundry room.
I was praying. I said, Junior, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. And I was praying, and the house went together, vacuumed in, and then blew out. And the only thing I can figure out is I went upside down holding on to him, and he was no more.
So he was just sucked out of your arms?
Right. I never felt him leave my arms. I never felt nothing. All I know, I was over him like this, and the next thing I know, I'm upside down, and he's nowhere to be found.
Jerry was thrown to the ground about 20 feet from his home.
And for 5 minutes, that tornado was over me, going counterclockwise. It was literally setting over me.
Oh my goodness, what did it look like?
You can't explain it. Let's put it this way. Slow motion, everything, all the trash, everything just moving continuously. And I just laid there and I prayed for Junior, and I prayed, God, please protect my puppy.
When he managed to get up, he was in too much pain to look for his dog.
Were you in any shape to go look for Junior?
No, because my foot was broke.
And Jerry's dog wasn't the only one lost. As many as 200 dogs were left homeless after the storm. Most were brought here to this animal shelter where volunteers are working hard to try and reunite them with their owners. But without cell phone service or access to the devastated areas, that is no easy task.
Jerry got lucky, though, when a shelter employee recognized Junior as one of the dogs whose pictures were posted on this Facebook page, set up for Granbury's missing pets. Jerry got the call Friday morning and rushed right over.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Junior.
Look there, there's Daddy.
Hey. He had to snap for a minute. See, I've been through it, Daddy. Oh, you're going to have a bath. What happened? You fly through the air?
Finally, the dog, ripped from his arms, was back in them.
Come here, baby. Come here. Look what Daddy's got.
Jerry isn't sure where the storm took Junior, but he wants his pup to know he's sorry.
Nothing I could do, baby. It jerked you out of my arms. I think he flew through the air. You know, dogs weren't meant to fly. But I bet he had an angel with him.
Junior was a bit banged up from it all. He has a few cuts and bruises, just like Jerry, who has a broken foot, a bruised skull, and a face fit for a boxer.
You got scratched up too, huh? Daddy got scratched up too, yes. You okay?
But none of that matters now.
We're back together. We're back together. It's okay now. It's okay now.
Oh, Jerry and Junior, that is so great. I'm so happy that they found each other. What was he able to salvage anything else?
No, he lost his home, as I said, and he also lost 41 trees, but he actually kept his truck. His truck survived it, and so did Junior. For now, they're going to live at a motel in the area, Anderson, and yes, it is pet friendly. The first order of business tonight at that motel is a bath for Junior. And then Jerry says he still hopes that he can spoil him rotten just like he always has. He plans to bring him his favorite meal, which is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wow, that was just incredible, seeing that story and seeing that reunion and hearing that man baby talk to his dog. Tell us, Arthur, what all is the involvement of American Dog Rescue with these storms and tornadoes here in the South and reuniting dogs with their owners?
Well, Bandit's been out making phone calls to celebrities.
I hope so.
And he's gotten Taryn Manning and Melissa Rivers to participate with him in raising money for the dogs and cats and horses of Moore, Oklahoma. And you can find that effort on our website at www.americandogrescue.org. And we're contributing alongside the people who are donating money. So if you want to help, please go to our website.
Yeah, I think it's really important for people to realize, even if there are a ton of volunteers, there still is financing that is needed to get these rescue efforts underway and continued. So anything at all you can do that would be very, very helpful.
What's going on over here?
He's chilling because he knows we've run out of time.
Again, for another edition of For the Love of Dogs. Thanks to Bonnie Hill for being our very special guest again today.
Yes, and thanks for showing us the video of her sister and her sister's family. Remember to keep up with For the Love of Dogs online at americandogrescue.org. And as always, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
For all of us here at For the Love of Dogs, thanks for watching, and see you next time.